It's Baddie shot o'clock. I'm back doing another long form video. Y'all know every time we start a new season, I be talking about the problem with the fucking baddies of the season. It's just this thing I like to do where I talk about the issues with these baddies going into the season and coming out of last season. So for this round, I'm going to do the original, like the girls from last season, the girls who've been here already. I'm going to start with them. And then in another video, I'll do the new girls. I feel like we haven't seen enough of these new girls yet. We just started getting to know them last week and they've been embroiled in fights, not really showing personality yet. So that'll come later in this season. But for right now, let's talk about the girls that are here from last season and previous seasons that have now arrived in Baddies Africa. Big Lex, let's start with you, baby girl. Flatly, your problem is that you don't understand the potential that you have on this show. Because if you understood the potential that you possess, you would not be hanging out with the bitches that you are currently hanging out with. I promise you. And to tell you the truth, I really believe that the crowd wants to love you so bad. Like, they really, really want to like you. But it's the fact that you hang around lumpy and shit face for no fucking reason, realistically. You are the youngest of the two, but you have more of a head on your shoulders than they do. You are more educated than them. You have more talent than them. The vase card amongst the three of them, or amongst the three of y'all, excuse me, unbeatable. You are the best looking girl of that three. And what's gonna start happening is that them old ass bitches that you hang out with are gonna start riding off of your coattails. And it's quite sad to see you not pick up on that. And you're still trying to be like, I'm riding for my bitches. Don't ride for them. Please don't. And that's the other thing that grinds my gears about you, Big Lex. You are the most educated of the three. And there's nothing in your head that stops you and says, damn, look at how these fucking bitches are acting. Like, y'all older than me and y'all getting me thrown into fights that I have nothing to do with. And the thing is, I think the neurons are there telling you that, but you're just refusing to connect them. Because I noticed you've been a little bit more to the back this season. You're not all up in everybody's faces and all this other stuff. Like when Summer and Dolly was fighting on that bus, you wasn't fighting until I think you got hit. When Summer and Bad Dolly came in fighting, you wasn't fighting anybody. You were just trying to stop people jumping. So I think the neurons are all there. We just needed to connect them, sweetheart. You say you went from a baller to a baddie, but you can't be a baddie if you are over here promoting degeneracy. I am a huge advocate of your friends being a representation of who you are as a motherfucking person. And if these are the people that you're going to stick behind, I want you to understand that makes you a whole fucking lame too, Lex. Like, don't become a loser. Please don't. Like, we really want to like you really bad. Like, I was a huge advocate for you last season. Because a lot of the stuff that you was arguing last season, I understood the root of it. I just didn't like how you was going about it. And I also hate how you're going about it and who you're going about it for, you know? Like, I get why you want to fight Scotty and Anna because they was jumping on your friend. But I hate that it's this friend that you're fighting for, knowing that she's the one that started all that shit. Like, really, the neurons are there. They just refuse to touch for you. And I don't know why you're not allowing it to happen, especially being the most educated baddie of your friend group. You came in with all the steam. You was pretty as fuck. You wasn't doing the most on that fucking bus. When Ivory called you out, you said, all right, cool, we can get it on the bus. Like, once we get off this bus, we can get it. And not only are you bad, like, pretty, you're educated, but you got hands too. You have all of the makings of being a fucking top tier baddie, a literal crowd favorite. But that can only happen once you leave them two fucking googly eye bitches. Once you separate yourself from them, oh, the amount of opportunities, the amount of love, the amount of extra awareness that you would have on yourself, in fucking sane. You could literally be a solo dolo superstar. But that starts with you letting go of the lackeys. Because I promise you, the way Bad Dolly and Summer are set up, they are going nowhere. And on top of that, watching them from last season to now, the first 3 episodes, they give off very much hater vibes. So as soon as you start becoming more popular, they're going to ride your wave and then turn on you because this bitch shouldn't be better than me. I want you to be aware, be alert, and be better. Because you are better than most of these bitches on the cast. But you can only reach the best if you leave the trash. It's really easy, Lex. Come on. Get it together, boo-boo. Get it together, Bookie. And how you be hanging around with girls that stink? Because I know Summer don't smell good. I've never heard anyone say that she smells good. I know that bitch be stanky. I know she do. I know she got bad hygiene. And the fact that you could sit around that and then fight for that, I'm not fighting for no bitch that stank. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. Lex, be above them. Because you are above them. If you wanted to be an elitist when it comes to Dolly and Summer. Since we're already here, Bad Dolly, oh, I'm on your ass. The problem with you is that you're 32 motherfucking years old, hanging out with bitches younger than you, and you're directing them to be fucking weirdos. The fuck is wrong with you, you dumb ass, dirty ass hoe? Another fucking problem I have to pick with you, you always got bad fucking fashions in your confessional. You be sitting up there looking like a fucking assorted colored fucking set of markers, looking dumb as fuck, thinking you the baddest, and you fucking not. You're a lame ass old ass bitch. You sitting here on this show, sitting here on Baddies at your big old age, instead of being out there and doing something productive with your life. Are you sick in the head? What does Bad Dolly do? Like truly, I don't know what she does. Can someone tell me in the comments, like, is she a rapper? Does she do fashion? I hope she's not doing fashion, because damn, I would not want to pick anything off her collection. But what does she literally do? Because all I see her promote is fucking degeneracy. Because why the fuck would you ever, Bad Dolly, tell Summer to throw that expensive ass watch that wasn't hers and that wasn't meant to be taken from her to throw it in the fucking water? Like, do you watch this show back, look at yourself, and be like, damn, I fucked up here? Or you really sit there and be like, yep, that's a bad bitch move. No, bitch, that's a ghetto dirty hood rat move, bitch. We don't like those out here. That's exactly what you are. You are a 32-year-old fucking hood rat. You remind me of the men that's like 45, try to live in their glory days and wear the BB bells with their pants below their ass and the fucking, the scullies on their head, walking these streets trying to run the block. That's the type of bitch energy you give. And those are the bitches that I be laughing at, because I'm like, you really got nothing going for yourself. Like, you are at the bottom fucking of the totem pole so fucking bad that you don't even got no fucking man to tell you to grow the fuck up. Like, you just trying to live off your fucking glory days. And that's exactly how I feel that you are doing. And that's exactly what I feel you're doing. Excuse me. You hang around with Summer. You hang around with Lex because they reinvigorate your youngness, but your youngness is also in being mean. And I 100% don't really believe that you even fucking like Big Lex. Let's call it for what it is. I'm gonna call it out, y'all. I don't think Bad Dolly likes fucking Lex. I think she sees Big Lex as competition. And I noticed that from last season, because the first thing that rang off for me last season was when Bad Dolly called out Pretty P for a fucking fade. Summer ain't jumping in the fight. Big Lex was trying to break up the fight. But Bad Dolly only had the smoke with fucking Big Lex. That right there told me that she sees Big Lex as a fucking threat. There's a reason why Bad Dolly's relationship with Summer is stronger than her relationship with Big Lex. Because she sees Summer as a fucking flunky. And Summer do be acting like a fucking flunky, because whatever Bad Dolly say to do, she gonna do it. Big Lex, on the other hand, she can't be told what to do. And Bad Dolly don't like that shit. Like, even on the exit out last season when she almost fucking died, she showed mad love to Summer, but did not show love to fucking Big Lex. In fucking sane. Because Big Lex was actually forefront for this bitch. This bitch, Bad Dolly, wishes she was Big Lex to some capacity. Bad Dolly knows that if her and Big Lex was in a room, all eyes would be on Big Lex. If people wanted to invite them to a fucking party, Bad Dolly know that she would be kicked out the party and Big Lex would be allowed in. That's the thing. And it has nothing to do with light skin versus dark skin. It has everything to do with how you fucking act. Bad Dolly don't know how to be classy in any way, shape, or form. She don't give classy. She give ghetto hood rat. And don't nobody want that type of energy around them. This is why she's so fucking cool with Summer, because she feels like she can relate to Summer being a ghetto hood rat. I'm gonna get on Summer's ass in a minute, and I'm about to be real disrespectful to Summer. But Bad Dolly, you being 32, you need to act your fucking age and not your fucking shoe size, bitch. This is why you are not liked or loved or even cared about on this show. You got the least amount of fucking followers. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you needing to grow up starts right the fuck now. Like, now. Summer, I'm about to wear you the fuck out. Now, before I get into the meat and motherfucking bones of Summer, more like bummer, please do not take anything I say as being racially insensitive, being, light skin versus dark skin. Don't take nothing I say as that. I'm just prefacing it now because I'm about to drag this bitch. Summer, you stank ass, pussy ass bitch. The problem with you don't know how to shut the fuck up. You was definitely one of those black girls. And when I say black girls, I'm not specifying whether it was light skin, dark skin. There was always them group of fucking black girls that was the fucking most uneducated in the fucking class, but had to be the class clown to give themselves some sort of like relevancy when it comes to her peers. This is the type of bitch that would sit here and do shit that was fucking annoying, but she thought it was fucking cute. This is the bitch in class that you didn't pick to read because you knew she couldn't read and we're in fucking high school. This is the bitch who was always on academic probation because she could not fucking get an A in class to save her life because all she cared about was fucking baddies and fucking makeup and everything else that had nothing to do with education. This that type of bitch that you want to beat up on the block every fucking time because all she do is flap her fucking gums. Nothing about this bitch is a baddie. And I think that we should enforce a revoking of a baddies chain because this bitch is fucking up business. Summer at this point is a fucking liability because she is fucking embarrassing. The fact that she got her goofy ass up on this fucking screen and the first thing that came to her mind was, bitch, you look like Emmett Till. Yo, the type of demon spawn you have to fucking be. If I was your mother, I would be embarrassed and I'd probably disown you at this point. And speaking of parenting, I'm actually quite fucking scared for your children because if you are the example that they have in their life of being a fucking decent human being, wow, your children are gonna end up in jail or dead. Especially the son, because you act like a fucking goofy. All he's gonna see is being goofy, so now he's gonna be a fucking goofy out here in these fucking streets. Summer, you are the literal walking negative stereotype. When people get on this internet and say, I don't like black girls because they're all ghetto and loud and this, they're talking about you. It's you. And I'm even more annoyed and hate you more because I know they're going to use you as a prime example of what blackness is supposed to be when it comes to the other communities. Them other communities are going to see your clips and be like, yeah, this is the epitome of what black excellence looks like. It's going to be you that they fucking show. And in your fucking chat GPT fucking ass apology, you had the audacity to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to be better and be a better, example and contributor to the black community. How, bitch? How? You are a terrorist to the black community. First off, if you want to be better to the community, let's start off with washing your pussy because I heard you fucking stink. I ain't never seen not one person ever say you smell good, bitch. What's the problem with that? You can't call yourself Summer when you smell like the gutter. Don't do that. Pretty black girls, baddie black girls as a whole don't fucking stink. Then here you are. You can't contribute to the black community if you're gonna be coming up in here funky. Let's start there. Next, let's start with finishing your fucking education because I know for a fact you ain't got no fucking college degree. I'm not even sure if you got a high school degree with the way you talk and the way you fucking act. I could tell you peaked in high school because you was the uneducated bitch who was just loved by her peers because, wow, she's a goofy bitch and the teacher's gonna keep yelling at her so I ain't gotta do work. That's the bitch you were. You bald-headed muskrat. Yo, I have nothing nice to say about Summer. I was giving her props last season because she was carrying the season on her back. She brought all the drama and she's doing it again this season. So I have to give her some credit. But bitch, I can't stand you. Remove the black out of it. You're the type of woman that I wouldn't even want around me. I would literally look at you with such disgust every time I see you in my peripheral view. Once I smell you, I'm disgusted and I want to turn the other way. Not because I'm scared of you, but because I wouldn't want you in my orbit. You're the type of bitch that we shouldn't allow in any sort of room. You were right when they said they gave the wrong bitch money. We damn sure gave you money for no fucking reason. You don't deserve it. I'm still not over you getting that girl who was a victim of gun violence jumped because in your head, oh, she was the threat. She was the op. She's the one that snitched. Girl, what ghetto fantasy are you fucking living in? And I really wish Rolly did not apologize to you for beating the shit out of you on that stage because you deserved it. And in fact, I wish all them you know what? Them baddies up there should have said, yo, if you want a ticket, come jump Summer because she want to get everybody else jumped. That's exactly what the fuck I would have did. Your ass would have been jumped by the end of that fucking episode. You have no remorse. You have no sense of fucking stability. You have no sense of education. You have no sense of anything. No classiness, nothing. That's your problem. You don't know how to shut your fucking mouth and you a funky bat bitch. Fucking hate you, you ghetto trash. The fuck? And whoever's gonna come up in my comments talking about, oh, you just reinforcing negative stereotypes. I can't reinforce the thing that's on our fucking screens every week making us look crazy. Summer does not represent me. She does not represent the whole of black people. Just want to put that out there. She is exiled from the black community. She is exiled from the baddie community. She is exiled from black women, period. She is not one of us. Don't plaster her picture saying this is what black excellence look like. No. She is the devil's child. Don't be coming up in my comments saying that I'm being mean, saying that I'm doing this whole black girl thing and I'm being mean. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit in my comments, because she hates black people. She hates herself. Fuck out of here. I had to get that off my chest, y'all. I can't stand the fuck out of Summer. I can't. But now we'll move on. Scotty with the body. Going into this season, your problem is that you're too fucking comfortable. And when I say you're too comfortable, I'm saying you're too comfortable in the fact that you know you're fucking the boss and you're going to be protected. You walked into a room where a bitch been told you 89 times she got the hots for you and she want to whoop your ass down to the ground. And you had your back turned towards her. You know why? Because you was comfortable. You expected security to stop Lex before she even got to you. And unfortunately, she was just too fast for them big ass niggas. The other problem with Scotty is that she's a big ass hypocrite. Once again, this also falls into the fact that she's too comfortable. Y'all are like, Lex is corny because she's over here sneaking Scotty, blah, blah. Well, how else was she supposed to get to her? If I keep telling you I want to run the fade, and you keep ducking this fucking fade, yet you're flapping your fucking gums and talking shit, because we're not going to act like Scotty don't be talking her shit. She was talking her shit at the reunion. She was talking that shit in Hawaii. She be talking shit because she's comfortable. And Scotty did wind up jumping Summer when Summer and Anna was fighting. Scotty did try to jump into a fucking fight when I think it was either Pretty P and Summer or it was Lex and Ivory. One of the two. Scotty did try to jump in. So if you have the energy to be doing that type of shit, you have the fucking energy to get in the paint. But you don't do it. You know why? You give excuses because you're comfortable. You're a hypocrite, because for you to turn to Lex and be like, you're weird because why you want to fight me? Because I beat your friend's ass. That's the only reason you want to fucking fight me. Yes, that is the reason, because that's the same reason you got mad at Natalie for not fucking fighting for you. You expected the fact that that's your friend. Natalie's your fucking friend, to which she has proven to you time and time again, you're just her flunky. She ain't your fucking friend. That's not the hero there. You expected her to jump in and punch one of the big three on your behalf because that's your friend. But when Big Lex is fighting for her friend, you're calling her weird and you don't understand why she want to fight you. Scotty, be real. You're the same girl who was sitting in the caravan the day after Hawaii crying because Natalie's not my friend. She jumped me. She didn't fight for me. She didn't even punch one of them bitches. Yeah. And that's the other problem with you. You expect the most when you offer the least. Now, are we going to tell the truth? Are we going to be real about Scotty? Or are we going to keep lying about her? What does she offer to baddies? Besides being Lemmy's concubine, what else does she offer? Realistically, she just stands there most of the fucking time. This is the girl who popped up on, what was it, Baddies South, her first episode, talking about I'm Scotty and I run the South, period. But the only thing you're running is Lemmy's dick right now. You not running these girls. You not running up no storylines. You not running anything. The only thing you're running up is your prostitution bills. And some of y'all gonna come on here and say that's a flex, and I don't think that's a flex. You're not a fucking baddie if you lay on your back and have a man paying for you while he nuts on your face. A baddie is someone who don't need to rely on a man for survival. Scotty needs to rely on Natalie's and the baddies and Lemmy for survival. Baddies don't need nobody for survival. They get it on their own. They put in the work to get back what they worked for. Scotty isn't doing that. She literally offers the least on this show, and she flaunts it by walking around like she's above everybody else. I don't care what y'all say. She do have this little feeling to her can't touch me. And in fact, she proved that when she was in her confessionals after that fight with Lex, talking about, she said she wanted to run the fade with me. She asked 15 times, but she'll never fight a girl like me. What's a girl like you? Thank you for letting me know you think you above everybody because you're the highest paid escort on this show when it comes to Lemmy. Now, I'm not here to talk down about sex workers and none of that shit. I'm here to talk about the fact that you're telling girls that it's cool to sit here and lay on your back and offer nothing else while a man takes full advantage of you and when he can pull that shit from under you and you're by yourself. Never ever let a man be able to pull the rug from under you and leave you hungry. And that's the energy I get from Scotty. I know someone's going to come in the comments and say, well, she's getting into modeling. Well, didn't she supposedly quit the show, get into modeling, and that didn't work out for her, so she had to come right back to being Lemmy's escort? And then I just saw a photo of Scotty doing runway, and As someone who has done runway and modeling when she was a teen and was in LA being seen by modeling agencies and all this other stuff, her model walk is not good. She has to work on it. I would love to see her, post a video of her doing training for this type of stuff. Like, if you're going to be a model, you do have to do extensive amount of training to be a model. You can't just take pretty pictures. Once again, these opportunities are coming because of her connections to people. And these people can pull the rug from under her and she will have nothing. Because as soon as she left Baddies and tried to be on her own, it did not work out too well for her. She had to come back. So we need to start pushing Scotty to be a little bit more than a fucking escort and push her to actually put in work on this show. I see she's going to be getting into the paint a lot more this season, and then I'm excited to see it because, Scotty, I need to see more from you. If we're going to sit here and say Tasiki offers nothing but fighting on this show and she's boring as fuck, we could say the same fucking thing about Scotty. She offers nothing but sucking Lemmy's dick and being in the background with this nigga. That's it. Stop being scary too. You're not Biggie scary, but you are scary. You be sitting there a part of the plotting and the planning when it comes to these girls fighting each other. You cannot convince me that this girl is gonna be quote unquote Natalie's best friend and Natalie's not telling her and joking with her about the fights that she's gonna cause this season. Scotty be right there in the fucking middle. So Scotty, you definitely gonna have to start fighting a little bit more. And if you're gonna be fighting this whole season, I want to see more of that. I need to see something other than you bending over and shaking your ass. I need to see more of, I'm still pretty. I want to see something that's not just this personality of I'm pretty and I fuck the boss. That's what I need from you, Scotty. And the thing is, I don't necessarily hate you, but I see right through you and I see you for what you are on this show. And it's not cute. And I hate that this is what you're promoting. Because isn't it said that Lemmy bought her a condo, Lemmy bought her car, Lemmy bought her this? Like, does she own anything? Does she? Because he was with Janisha first, right? And then he got with Scotty. And then the rumor came that Janisha stole Lemmy from another girl. Scotty, I promise you, this is going to happen to you. So figure out your exit strategy now. Start working on your skills. Be a little bit more active on this show other than giving me these goofy ass fucking unnecessary confessionals from you, and be better. Seriously, be fucking better. If you don't know this Natalie, then you don't understand this Natalie. And I want y'all to understand these two Natalies are one and the same, which is why y'all need to go back and do your research on Bad Girls Club Natalie. I saw, and I often see a lot in my comments, whether it's on TikTok or it's on YouTube, somebody always calls me out for the fact that you don't be going in on Natalie too much. Like, why you always be giving Natalie a pass? And I give Natalie a pass because I grew up with old face Natalie. So seeing new face Natalie, the problem is she has no fucking growth. This is the same fucking person. To expect a snake to morph into a butterfly is absolutely fucking crazy. That's exactly what Natalie is. So for me to be cute, like, coming at her every fucking episode when she does stupid shit that she's already done in past Bad Girls Club episodes, it's a waste of my time and a waste of breath. Her problem is that there is no growth. Natalie started Bad Girls Club when she was 21, 22 years old. She is now 40 fucking years old. And she's still acting like that immature motherfucking 21, 22-year-old girl from Bad Girls Club. It's quite embarrassing, especially since she is married and she has a fucking daughter who's looking up to her and watching her. Now, when I say this, I'm not talking about Natalie's parenting. She's probably a great mom to her daughter, but I also wonder if Natalie is fully aware that there are children in her daughter's age range that is unfortunately watching Baddies and watching her mom and be a part of the Twitter lore where Natalie got leaked for doing OnlyFans and flicking her coochie in the shower. I wonder if Natalie is aware that this stuff gets back to her daughter. And again, I'm not talking about her parenting, whatever the case is, because I don't know what her parenting style is like. I do think probably Natalie, when it comes down to be a mom, is a top tier mom. But on the flip side of it, there is a piece of me that also feels like Natalie didn't want to be a mom, because the way that she's acting, it doesn't give I want to be a mom. It gives I still want to be out here like I'm 21, 22 years old because I run LA. Like, I just wonder at some point, when does this give? Because 40 years old and doing this is kind of crazy, don't you think? Or more truth to me saying I'm not sure she wants to be a mom. On the flip side of that is the fact that she don't even know she want to be CEO or not. If Natalie wants to be a CEO, she should be doing what she did for fucking Baddies Gone Wild. Come in, do the introductions, have your baddie shot o'clock, go out with the girls night one, and then take your ass the fuck home. That's CEO shit. And you only be around when shit is going down, or you pop up every like 5 episodes or mid-season and check in on the girls and what the case is. You know, give the rundown. That's what a CEO should be doing. In corporate, you see the CEO at the fucking quarterlies. That's what you should be doing. But instead, you're here pulling the strings and you're literally living your life as a cast member. And then when you're confused, when bitches want to fucking fight you, it really confuses me, because Natalie, you know what you're doing. But again, this all goes back to her being that 21, 22-year-old bad girls club Natalie. Natalie was always pulling the strings on why bitches was fighting each other and being the head honcho of some of the worst cliques in the fucking house. So how Natalie is acting now is no different from back then. So it's like, I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath arguing about this. Another issue, another problem with Natalie. This is obviously a half black, half white girl. If you've ever seen her parents, you see her dad is black. Her mom is pure Cocalina white, okay? Natalie hated being a black girl. 21, this left side picture, Natalie came into the show being a fucking colorist and reinforcing negative stereotypes of black women, as if them white people that she hung out with and loved so much didn't view her as the same. This is the Natalie who saw a dark-skinned woman, I don't want to even say dark skin, a melanin rich woman on the fucking wall. Because, you know, on Bad Girls Club, they put up all the cast members' pictures. This is the girl who saw that melanin rich woman's pictures and said, oh, she probably got like 8 baby daddies and she's probably loud and ghetto and dirty. That's the Natalie. This is a Natalie that wanted to distance herself from blackness so fucking bad. The only time that she wanted to be around blackness was when she was over here on the internet bragging about fucking Chris Brown and, oh, I'm glad Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. This is that Natalie. It's the same fucking Natalie. Her comments about wanting Big Lex to beat the shit out of fucking Scotty is very reminiscent of her saying she was so happy that Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. Well, yes, I understand it's 2 different cases and one is male versus female and the other is female versus female. It's how quickly she flips on someone she views as a threat. Natalie wanted Chris Brown, but the only thing stopping her was fucking Rihanna. So yeah, she was happy that Rihanna got beat up. Natalie is sick of the fact that she can't fucking move and tell Scotty what to do as long as she's around Lemmy. So yeah, she's gonna have Lex or tell Big Lex to go beat the shit out of fucking Scotty. Now, do I think Natalie planned for Lex to beat on fucking Scotty and they plotted that together? No, the fuck I don't. Lex already had her own issues with her. It just so happened to work out for Natalie that they beefing. Whatever. But the problem is, Natalie doesn't know when to just fall back. Let these desperate ass bitches work for you. You don't have to fucking work. You're already cemented in reality TV history. What more do you have to offer? Natalie is literally fucking up the culture that she did not want to be a part of, and is fucking insane. These little black girls, like, I be outside, I'm in New York City listening to like these fucking teenagers talk about baddie shot of clocks, and I be on Twitter seeing these teens talk about, oh, they would love to be on Baddies, but who's Emmett Till? That's insane. This is what you're doing, Natalie. This is what you're doing, and there's no part of you that fears that this is gonna trickle down to your fucking daughter. On top of that, this is what you're contributing to a culture that you fucking hated when we first met you. Absolutely disgusting. So this is why I don't be going in on Natalie too much, because everything that she does is really not fucking shocking. If I keep talking to a brick wall, will the brick wall morph into a fucking ceramic house? No. So Natalie, instead of coming into this season saying there's not going to be any more OGs and no newbies, we're all baddies, I'd rather you come in here and be completely honest and say, we're not going to come in here and think I'm about to be best friends with anybody. Y'all are my employees. I'm none of y'all motherfuckers friends. Yeah, if y'all want to be my friends, y'all going to be treated as a flunky. And if you fuck with it, then you can ride with me. If not, get out my way. Like, be fucking honest. You're nobody's friend on this fucking show, for real. I don't even know if you have friends in real life, because anybody with half a gnat's brain would know not to trust you within an inch of your life. So for anybody asking why don't I come at Natalie as hard, everything I said here is the reason why. I lived this, been there, done that. Once I saw her shaking her ass, pouring milk on herself in her child's kiddie pool, I knew she was cooked. Okay? No more to say about Natalie. The problem with Rolly this season, with her big self, is she's sneaky. And she think I ain't clock what the fuck she's doing. Now, Rolly don't know me, so of course, not me personally. But I see what the fuck she's doing. Just last season, she was sitting up there in that Hawaii house, mad as fuck, about Natalie not being a good friend, Jayla not being a good friend. Scotty's the only one that checked on me. However, Scotty's over here telling me you talking shit. Rolly had no reason to put Scotty on motherfucking blast. Realistically, there was no reason to do that. But she did that for a fucking reason. And then she, made amends with Scotty. Yeah, we're friends. I'm sorry. I love you too, Scotty. And Scotty got on that reunion stage, copping pleas and lying about her whole purpose of trying to all of a sudden defend Slim, blah, blah. Rolly sat there. She cried. Do I think she really gave a fuck? No, but she had to put on this front because keep your enemies close. And now, how ironic is it that now Rolly is sitting in the seat that Scotty would typically be sitting in? I 100% believe that Rolly had it in her back pocket to be in Scotty's position. Rolly in her confessional said that she's not going to be fucking with Natalie on that level anymore. But yet, how quickly Rolly found herself in Hawaii the 2 days after she got shot by fucking Tommy, and then the day after she screamed at Natalie for being a bad friend. Now here we are in Hawaii, standing outside with Natalie, who's over here complaining about Scotty, and you're jumping in to also complain about Scotty being weak and weird. Rolly wanted Scotty's position for a very, very fucking long time. Because I don't care what no one says, Rolly has always, to some capacity, been up Natalie's ass. She feels like because I've been here the longest on this show, me and Natalie should be best friends, not you, Scotty. And Rolly doing all that crying, I think all that shit was fake. I don't ever think that Rolly ever thought Scotty was her real fucking friend. No, I don't. Because this is the same Rolly who was trying to put the beats on fucking Scotty. And now that Rolly has this position of being Natalie's bestie over Scotty, please let us note how quiet Rolly is these first couple of episodes. Rolly be the loudest, meanest girl in the fucking room. And now this time, she's taking a back seat. She in the kitchen stuffing her face with fucking African food. She's doing exactly what Scotty does every fucking season. When shit go down, you sit in the back. You sit in the back and you watch and you talk about it in your confessional. You laugh about it. That's typically what Scotty does. Rolly's playing Scotty's position now. Rolly's been waiting for this day. So that's the problem with Rolly. She's secretly sneaky. And now she's more confident in being a snake because she got her body done. Now she feels like she can hang with the pretty girls. That level of ego gotta get knocked down quickly. And I would say Tommy's gonna do it, but we saw Rolly knock her in her face and knock this bitch to the ground. So I don't know what to tell y'all, but yeah. Rolly, you not slick. Tell me in the comments if you see what I see. Anna. If you're a regular on my channel, you know I have 50-50 feelings on Anna. Couldn't stand her last season, but any other time, I like Anna. I keep saying she has this personality. Like when I see her on social media and on her TikTok and stuff, she has a personality that makes me want to be her friend. But then when I watch her on this show be a fucking hypocrite, I can't stand her. But I will give her credit. She did stand up for her fucking self this fucking season. And here's the problem with motherfucking Anna. She should have been solo dolo this whole fucking time. Because realistically, out of the three of them, her, Tasiki, and fucking Biggie, I 100% think Anna has the potential to be the biggest one out of the three. Tasiki, she washed. No shade. She's washed. If she's not fighting, nobody really gives a fuck about her. However, Anna, you have this personality that Tasiki don't. You have this personality that Biggie don't. You have this personality that draws people to you. And also, you're a good singer. People fuck with your music. And on top of that, you just come with this fun girl energy that people want to be around. If you have this level of stability and laser focus, I promise you can go take this shit far. And And of course, do your big one for the skinny girls, because me and you both skinny as fuck, but we out here doing our thing. I'm not gonna lie. Good for you, Anna. That's the problem with you. Once you get around like Biggie and Tasiki, I feel like you really fall to the back and you rely on them to be more in the fucking forefront, when realistically you should be a fucking leader. I don't care if Tasiki's a fucking fighter. In a room full of people, I feel like you would be the one everybody gravitates to more than Tasiki. I feel like people are friends with Tasiki because they're scared of fighting her. People are friends with you because you have this genuine funness about yourself that people like. So if you can just get your shit together, stop being a fucking hypocrite, you could totally take this far. You could be somebody, baby girl. And when I say be somebody, I mean somebody that's beyond baddies. You can be the next it girl. For real. In my perfect world, if I can get Lex and Anna to actually be fucking friends, oh, that's a group that I'd love to see hang out together. Because real life, I feel like y'all would really match personalities. Y'all both fighters. Y'all both pretty as fuck. Y'all both got y'all own type of talent. Yeah, why can't y'all hang out? And I also don't think one would outshine the other. I think y'all would bring the best out of each other. Y'all fighting each other because y'all the same in personality. Now that you're not on this show, I expect so much more from you. I see you're kind of messing around with streamers. So if you get into streaming, cool. I want you to, release that other song, because it seems like there's a lot of people on TikTok that's waiting for that to release. Yeah, the problem with you is that you don't need to be hanging around people who are literally beneath your aura. I think that's the best way I could put it. Biggie and Tasiki do not match your aura. And you, just like Big Lex, be hanging around bitches that don't match your aura, and it makes you look fucking crazy. You're the standout of your friend group. Need you to act more like it. Solo Dolo, Anna, is a fucking vibe, because the things you do and the things you say make so much more sense than when you're around the other two girls. So let's keep this up. I'm trying to fuck with you so much more, because realistically, I want to like you so fucking bad. Like, I do. I want to be Team Anna, but you always have me at 50-50, because when you get around them other bitches and you start meddling in other bitches' like business, I'm like, girl, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. But when you by yourself, you stand up for yourself. You get in the paint. You ain't relying on nobody else. You ain't looking for nobody else to come fight for you. Your ass is like, and what's up? Let's go. I fuck with it. Oh, Stunner Girl. I like Stunner Girl. I do. But I have to call out the problem with her. The problem with Stunner Girl, she's too much of a talker. She's smoking mirrors. This girl was on the internet giving y'all the smoke of Anna and Scotty both sleeping with Lemmy, and both of these girls probably got the clap. Lemmy be beating on Scotty and be talking to her like she crazy. Scotty be eating Natalie's coochie and releasing these stuff and releasing these text messages to bring all of the attention and the heat. And then when it's time to speak for it, like with Anna, the girl you've been beefing with on this internet for what, 2 years now? You got on this internet saying, yeah, I whooped her ass, I threw her across the room, I did this, I did that. And now that we've seen it in 4K, you lied. And I really like Stunner. I really do. But I do have to call that out about her. She be on her gangster bitch shit, but when it's time to really be a gangster bitch, she's not going to be holding it up with the hands. To allow little ass Anna to beat you up like that, insane. Now, after you getting on this internet and saying that you beat her up and me seeing the complete opposite, now I don't know if I can believe anything else you say after that. Like, you're even out here saying that you got paid $65,000 in cash, whatever. I don't know if I believe that. You took a screenshot of Natalie somewhere, but I didn't hear any audio of her being at the bank. I didn't see any photos of her being at the fucking bank, so I don't know how much I believe you now. And you doubled down on lying when you sat here and said Natalie didn't give you the fucking drop on where Ivory was. I 100% do believe that it was Natalie that gave you the fucking drop. I can't trust a bitch who's down to expose their ops and then become besties with them later. That's not a gangster bitch move. Your whole personality is being a blood member, being a gangster bitch and all this other shit. That was not a gangster bitch move. I'm not being friends with bitches that I've already fucking exposed for filth. You blew up the entire Zeus network operation, and because they threw a little change at you, You're back in they good graces and you're here to fight Anna, who you let beat you? Stunna is giving smoke and mirrors. It's really giving smoke and mirrors. Like, something about you is not sitting right. I used to think you was solid. Now you're coming a little bit foggy to me. I also want you to work on your fighting. Because the way you was fighting Anna, you kept trying to throw your weight on her, not realizing that she's smaller than you and she's faster than you. She was able to whoop whoop ski ska on your ass and pop you in your face, and you definitely was bleeding. Another lie that you threw out there. You was like, I'm not bleeding. What are you talking about? We saw the blood underneath the scarf and we saw the blood on your arm, girl. And the bitch that you fucking hate, you got her so many more fans and so much more respect because of what she was able to do to you. This girl came in here expecting you to do your big one and you did your little one. I'm very disappointed in you, Stunna. And then you left the fucking show. What was the point of paying you? Honestly. I expected to see your ass in Africa. I expected to see you brawling with Ivory, fighting with Lex, fighting with whoever. At least I was praying that you was going to come on here and beat the shit out of Summer for being annoying and beat the shit out of Dolly. But you came in here, lost to Anna, and then you didn't want to be seen again. I can't. And I kind of sort of do think you was running away from Ivory too, because you should have been squared up with the bitch. But wasn't you on live saying like, yeah, they had to pay me extra if I was going to sit there with Ivory, but they didn't want to pay me, so I ain't go. That sounds like a cop-out. Gangsta bitches don't run from no fucking smoke or steam whatsoever. You jumped that girl, you gotta fucking stand on it. Yeah, I jumped you. Now come whoop my ass about it. That's some gangsta bitch shit. You wasn't on that type of time when it came to Ivory. You jumped her, you snuck her, and you ran off. That's pathetic. Stunna, I think you've exposed that you're not as gangsta bitch as you are. You exposed yourself a little bit too much. I do want to see you come back for another season and stay longer than Tommy typically stays for a season. Would love to see you be there for an entire time, whatever the case is. But you really disappointed me coming into this season. Your problem is now you kind of coming across fake. Diamond the Body. The problem with you this season is I don't understand your game plan. Like, I hear what you're saying about Natalie be manufacturing all of these fights and she needs to be held accountable for the stuff that she do and she's weird with everybody, but Diamond, so are you. Diamond, you literally make amends with people and then get on the internet and start trolling them and beefing with them. That's not weird shit to you. You kind of just move just like Natalie, which is why I get why Natalie feels like you want her position, because you act just like her realistically. Sitting here saying, oh, I'm trolling, but then you're coming into this season fighting people. What? And then when there's a girl on this show, Tavi, who was giving her review as a fucking viewer, which almost every baddie fucking fan does, giving their opinion on the show, you're upset that she's on the internet giving a review and trolling the shit that you fucking do? So you're the only one that's allowed to troll, but no one else can troll? That's insane. And you fake as hell too, because you came on this season pissed off at Natalie, trying to do a coup d'etat, trying to build up an alliance to take down Natalie. But as soon as she offered you the biggest room, how quickly you were to shake hands on it and try to drop and dead the beef. Like, all niggas gotta do is to throw a little change in your face, like a little pocket change, and you're fine. You forget all the beef. Stop. Now, I will say this. I think maybe right now you're squashing the beef because you have a ulterior motive. As long as you're in good graces with Natalie, you can get closer and then pull the rug from under her. Cool. But you run the same script every season. At what point are you going to change it up? You troll, you fight with bitches, you do this, you do that. And what you're saying about Natalie is very, very true. But at the same time, don't make amends with bitches if you're going to go right back to trolling them. Like, this is fucking corny at this point, Diamond. We need to get you new storylines. Need to get you something new to do. And correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Diamond the Body who sat on this TV in the confessionals talking about, I don't even want to be a reality TV show, but here you are doing reality TV every fucking season and finding your way back onto reality TV? Like, Diamond, you're highly manufactured, and I don't know how serious I could take you. You seem like a fun girl, but you also seem like a girl that I wouldn't be able to trust or believe, because you seem to extend and over exaggerate a lot of shit. Like, you sat here talking all of that shit to Natalie, and then now you're shaking hands with her and letting her tell you to go break up a fucking fight like you're a flunky. You have now just signed up to be Natalie's flunky, and she played you so fucking bad just now. Now, granted, you might have an ulterior motive for this, but ain't no way I'm about to be accepting anything from a fucking op so they think they can tell me what to do and how to move. So, Diamond, the problem with you is I don't understand your game plan here. Pretty P, the problem with you is I don't understand where you're going from here. Like, last season, you was around and not around at the same time, but I kind of fuck with that because you're not about to be sitting here doing that stupid shit on the show. When someone called you out, you jumped to the front. When you had actual reason to beef with bitches, you jumped to the front. You wasn't really fucking with nobody unless they called you out, and I'd fuck with that crazy. But now coming into this season is just kind of giving a little bit of follower. Especially in that scene with the big three versus y'all three. You had no reason to fight anybody on that stage. I thought y'all all squashed that shit. But because Ivory said to jump, you jumped. And then what's even crazier, you jumped mad hard when Big Lex was about to like wang on your shit because you was about to jump fucking Summer or Bad Dolly, one of them bitches. At least if you're gonna be a follower, follow through with it. And the other issue is because you was so like regular last season, I don't want this season for your storyline to be about the same dirty ass raggedy bitches. We're not about to be sitting here fighting Summer and Dolly all fucking season. We're really not. I like to see more development from you because like I said, you was there and then you was not there. You was there when it was time to fight, and then other times you was just coasting like Jasmine was. I want to see more development from you. I want to see a little bit more personality. I want to see you have a little bit more action. I would like to see you step out as a solo dolo star. Because like right now, like, I'm not exactly sure who Pretty P is. I'm not sure what more you have to offer. Like, what's next for you on this show? Because right now it seems like you're reheating old nachos. Like, if I don't see a little bit more development from you this season and seeing you more in the paint, not necessarily in fighting, but more just like in the forefront and being seen, I'm okay with you not coming back. Like, I feel like you haven't made yourself a valuable asset yet. I 100% believe that if you left this show and didn't come back, I don't think anyone would bat an eyelash. And that's not good. I think you got very lucky with being called to come back for Baddies Africa. But we need to see more from you if you're going to keep a reoccurring job, honestly. And I like you, Pretty P. Like I said, I don't have an issue with you. I just think you really fade to the back. You have not made yourself a valuable asset for the show. And that's because you are like a regular chick. And there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe that just means you don't need to be on this show. You need to find other means of putting yourself out there. That's fine. But if you're going to commit to this show, definitely need to see a little bit more out of you. Not going to lie. But yeah, that's the end of my video. Just real quick, let me address why I haven't been doing reviews on Baddies Gone Wild. Right now, I can't tell if I like this show or not. Everything on this show seemed manufactured. Extremely manufactured, just like a bunch of desperate bitches just fighting for no fucking reason. It's getting kind of boring for me already. There's not a lot of cast members that I'm enjoying thoroughly right now, and there's not a lot of cast members that I can sit here and actually fully give an opinion about. Now, this comes with the territory of them being new and like they're fresh to the show and all this other stuff, sure, but I need a little bit more of a character development from them for me to actually give an opinion about them. Yeah, that's why I haven't really done a review. Maybe by mid-season, once I get to know the girls a little bit more and start making sense of things, I can give more of a review. But as of right now, the only thing I can say about these girls is that their fights are stupid. Two big bitches are fucking bullies. And that's about it. But as far as this video goes, I hope you enjoyed another edition of The Problem with the Baddies Are. Like I said, I will be doing a follow-up review at some point with more of the new girls as we get to know them on this show. But yeah, let me know in the comments whose take you agree with. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Let's try to be respectful in the comments. I'm down to debate about baddies and their situations and whatever the case is, but don't be coming in here talking shit because, girl, you're not about to be saying that to my face and you're not gonna fight. I fight. I'm from New York. Don't do that. Let's just engage in some friendly banter and be nice about it. If you disagree, let me know why. We could talk about it. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I can change yours. Who knows? But please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.